Hello, my name is Nurul Nabila Natasha binti Abdul Hadi and my metric number is 204014. Recently, I've watched a motivational talk by Jack Ma, Future is in Your Head, on YouTube. What I have learned about these videos, every person in this country, if not the entire planet, aspires to be wealthy someday. However, the majority of people who aspire to financial security are unwilling to make any compromise. To be wealthy, one must be willing to give up any comforts. We should take a hard look on our lifestyle. The explanation by Jack Ma made me acknowledge that we should not be worried about the future because the future are depending on what we choose and efforts to become better or worse. Be hard work and then we will find our future. I also learned that we need to never stop learning and fill ourselves with hope and learn. I saw that Jack Ma also tried to imply that if we don't find a means of multiplying money, we will wake up one day to realize that the money we thought we had has finished. Plus, maybe he wants to indicate that investment is the key to make sure our financial are stabilized. So success is dependent on the actions or steps we take to achieve it. Hence, those who are brave enough will take risks that eventually will lead them to success. In conclusion, I actually a bit scared about the future. I would go to a panic mode whenever I thought about what I am going to do in future, what will I be in future, because I don't know about my future. But after seeing this, I hope I can focus on the present also and not only the future, because life is challenging and it puts so many obstacles that I need to cross in order to reach me to the top. That's all from me on sharing my thought about this video. So today I will talk about paralinguistic and non-verbal features that I have choose. That is intonation. Okay, for example, at 2 minutes 2 seconds until 2 minutes 3 seconds in that video.
So what do you worry about?
The speaker said, so what you are worried about? The intention is to show following intonation. This is when the pitch of the voice falls at the end of a sentence. You can hear that the speaker said, so what you are worried about? The pitch of the voice falls at the end of a sentence. It's this falling intonation are commonly used in statements, commands, WH question, confirmatory question text, and also exclamation. So the second one is at 1 minute 52 seconds until 1 minute 54 seconds.
So I think don't worry about the future. Prepare for the future. Make your own future. Cloud computing, big data, artificial intelligence.
The speaker said, so I think we don't have to worry about the future. Prepare for the future. Make your own future. Cloud computing, big data, artificial intelligence. The intention is to show rising, falling intonation. In stating a list, use rising intonation in the first section of items, such as the speakers. He said, we don't have to worry about the future. Prepare for the future. Make your own future. Cloud computing, big data. And then he used a falling intonation on the last item to indicate that the list has ended. Artificial intelligence. So the last example for intonation are at 4 minutes until 4 seconds until 7 seconds.
You are successful. New to you.
The speaker said, you are successful. New to you. The intention is to show falling rising intonation. This is often used when the speaker is uncertain of an answer to a question or shows reluctance. Okay, you are successful is a falling intonation, and new to you is a rising intonation. So it shows that this one the speakers want to show falling rising intonation. That's all from me.
Assalamualaikum and hi, my name is Nazira Baharom and my metric number is 201795. So the overview based on the Jack Ma talk with the title Future is in Your Hands, it said that we should not worry about the future, instead focus on the present and not the future. There will always a solution for our future if we are confident and we are prepared for the future by making our own future, by knowing what to do and don'ts, then everything will be okay. So such as the do's that we should do is worrying about ourselves, and the don'ts is worrying about others. So as the conclusion, do not be stressed about something that is not actually come out. Just enjoy doing what you like and worrying less. So the paralinguistic that I found based on the video is pauses. So the time reference 23 seconds until 24 seconds.
But there is a solution for future. We don't have the solution for future, but our young...
The description of scene is the speaker pauses because he gonna tell that there is a solution for future to the audience. So the intention is to make the audience more focused and want to find out what is the solution that the speaker is mentioning. And the second one is 44 seconds until 48 seconds.
Today's successful people, they worry about the future. Let me tell you, future is the opportunity.
So the speaker pauses to think about the description of the point that he said. So the intention is to think about what you want to say, which means the speaker think what he want to say before he delivered something that is related to the things that he just said. And the last one is time reference for 57 seconds until 59 seconds.
Especially the opportunity for young people, because we have nothing to lose. Right? This is what I tell myself 18 years ago.
Which is the speaker pauses because he said about the opportunity for young people, nothing to lose. So the intention is to give the audience time to process what the speaker just said. I think that's all from me. Thank you.
Hello and hi to Miss. My name is Nur Anshahira binti Abrahman. My metric number is 204215. So today I'm gonna talk about the video and the video that we choose for our project 3, and the video that how I analyze what I get from the video. So in my overview from the video, in my opinion, the speaker talk about the future in our hand. What is that mean? The speaker advised the audience to not to be worried about the future, about their future, but worry about the preparation to face the future. This because everyone can worry, but not everyone can take action, right? So it is us that controlling our future. So we do not to worry about what are the worry. So we do not busy our time to worry about what Prime Minister worry about, what our friend worry about. Just worry about ourselves, because the future is in our hand, right? So what we gonna need to do is we need to prepare ourselves with lot of knowledge, with lot of skill, so that our future will be okay and we facing the future as well. So the speaker talk to the audience to be prepared with lot of knowledge and skill that can make we easy in our life in future, because the future in our hand and we create our future. So that's all from me, from my overview. Then next step, I'm gonna talk about the analysis about the video. So what I get from the video is the next part is I will tell about the paralinguistic and non-verbal that I choose. So I choose body gesture. In my view, actually the speaker mostly like to use hand gesture in his speech, but I will just give proof in 0.0 until 0.3.
You worry too much about the world. Now, today Alibaba shouldn't worry about the world. You should not worry about the world.
That it show how the intention of speaker use his hand gesture to explain what he gonna talk to the audience with her hand gesture. Because using hand gesture can make the audience more understand what he gonna talk about. Then the speaker also use direct eyes contact with audience. Actually, the speaker use direct eyes with the audience all the time.
We don't have the solution for future, but our young people have the solution for future.
Because the intention is to build connection between he and the audience, so that the purpose of the talk can reach to the audience. And lastly, the speaker have a power pose.
Especially the opportunity for young people, because we have nothing to lose.
He can stand straight with his shoulder back. The power pose that speaker have is make the speaker look more confident while he giving his talk, and it also can overcome his nervous. That's all from me.
I want to provide an overview of the talk that I have already watched. So the video tells that the future is in our hands. Most of people worry about the future because they are lack of confidence and lack of imagination. This means they do not have a determination or desired ambition. We don't have the solution for future, but there is a solution for future. This means we cannot expect a solution to be done because we do not know what will happen in the future for something. The fact is that young people don't worry about the future. Older people worry for the future. So adults are more worried about the future because they are mature and have a lot of life experience. Don't worry about the future, but prepare for the future and make our own future. The example of that is cloud computing and big data artificial intelligence. This means we need to have a strategy for a brighter and more meaningful future. So the strategy will help us to achieve the objective of our life. Lastly, don't worry about the things the other people worry about. Especially, don't worry about the things President and Prime Minister worry about, but worry about the thing we should worry about. The question example of worry about thing we worry about is how can you make a living? How can you do something that is different? How can you do something that is fun, interesting, and helping others? In short, thinking about things that others should be worried about will be a waste of time because we will add to the problems that need to be borne by others. In conclusion, that is why I say that the future is in our hands. Next, I want to talk about paralinguistic or non-verbal feature in the video, which is eye contact. According to the time reference, which is to the time 27 seconds to 35 seconds,
We don't have the solution for future, but our young people have the solution for future. I find in this world, young people don't worry about the future.
the description of scene refer to the dialogue. We don't have the solution for the future, but our young people have a solution for future. I found in this world, young people don't worry about the future. So the intention or the purpose of the eye contact to this dialogue is to tell the fact of the situation that is happening and should be taken seriously. Then, according to the time reference, which is 2 minutes 4 seconds to 2 minutes 11 seconds,
Second thing is don't worry about the things the other people worry about, especially don't worry about the things President and Prime Minister worry about.
the description of scene, which is referred to dialogue. The second thing is don't worry about the things the other people worry about. Especially don't worry about the things President and Prime Minister worry about. So the intention or the purpose of the eye contact to this dialogue is to give advice on something necessary so as not to cause harm or any risk. Lastly, according to the time reference, 2 minutes 38 seconds to 2 minutes 51 seconds,
You shouldn't worry about when you graduate. How can you make a living? How can you do something that is different? How can you do something that is fun, interesting, and helping others?
the description of the scene is referred to the dialogue. You shouldn't worry about when you graduate. How can you make a living? How can you do something that is different? How can you do something that is fun, interesting, and helping others? So the intention or the purpose of the eye contact of this dialogue is to give good suggestion as opposed to negative things should not be done. That's all from me. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Farah Haili binti Mat Yusof with metric number 203355. Based on the video that I watched, it talks about inspirational talk from Jack Ma, which is a businessman. The thing that I interested to talk about the whole video was we should not worry about things that not happened yet. All we need to worry is all about ourselves. Plus, he says that if something that has not related to us is something that we should not worry of. Basically, the video is all about live in a happily life without worry. The things that I loved the most about the video was he gave inspirational talk to those youngsters who live in these days, which is youngsters nowadays always worry about things in the future compared to the youngsters in the back day. Apart than that, based on the video itself, I also evaluating the body gesture and choosing filler as my focus. What is filler? First of all, filler happen when what we want to say happen before we think. It can cause people to speak with filler sound, filler words, or filler face. Filler can happen in two situations, which is in writing and speaking. For example, in this video, filler happened in the minute of 1.
Because we have nothing to lose. Right? This is what I tell myself 18 years ago.
Which is, yeah, right. This is what I tell myself 18 years ago. Words, yeah, right, is a filler. Its purpose was to engage the listener. For example, filler words such as right can encourage feedback from listeners and promote engagement. Apart from that, I also found another filler in another minute.
10, 20 years later, we'll be successful. So I think don't worry about the future.
For example, in the video,
You are not successful, new to you. So what do you worry about?
Jack Ma said that, so I think don't worry about the future. And so, what do you worry about? Respectively in the minute 1, 39 and 2, 3 seconds. Both meaning, which is so, I think and so, was purposely to lessen the intensity of a comment. Then, by adding a filler, word or praise, it can soften a sensitive comment. That's all from me. Thank you so much.